Relationships, I believe, encourage development, such development as emotional and social development. Relationship starts at home. I believe when you are young that your first interactions and relationships are with your family, and with your family you learn certain norms and values that stick with you. From there, the child will then build the relationships at school with their peers and their teachers, and this is where their norms and their values grow, so that they can realize what is accepted socially. And then from school, your relationships reach out to people in your community, people that you meet as you grow older. And I believe there's so much benefits from having relationships with your peers and your elderly and strangers. Relationship with your peers helps you grow socially, and relationships with your elders, I feel elders bring so much traditions that we can learn from them, and things from the past, and how we can grow to idolize certain people that's older than us. And then there is strangers. It's important to know how to meet people, to mingle with people, but children also need to gain a certain tools on how to interact with strangers. They need to realize the dangers that there is. And then there's values and respect. That is a norm all over. You should always have values and respect, and as I said before, I believe it starts at home. And as you grow older and your relationships broaden, you realize what is accepted and what is not. And everything I mentioned, it links with Bronfenbrenner's model. It all starts with yourself, and then your family at home, outside influences, community, and time. I feel like is age, because as you grow older your relationships broaden and it grows, and you realize the value in your relationships. And then you get interpersonal relationship, that is love for yourself. I believe you cannot love someone else or care for someone else if you don't have love or care for yourself, and you won't be able to allow someone else to care for you if you don't know how to care for yourself. And when you love yourself, you learn certain things of what you want in relationships, and that helps you, your relationships that you build. With interpersonal relationship comes internal discourse. That is where you have that little voice inside of your head that tells you what to do and what not to do, what is accepted and what is not accepted in your actions. Then there's solo vocal communication. Solo vocal communication is when you talk to yourself. We all have those moments when we talk to yourself. I am one of those people. What I mainly do is remind myself about certain things and warnings. You're like, Ashley, you should never go down that road again. There's certain things that you just tell yourself. And then there's solo written communication. That is where you write down your thoughts and your emotions and your feelings. That is when you write down everything that you feel. Sometimes people feel like they can't communicate with other people, and solo written communication is when you write down your feelings and understand yourself better. Interpersonal relationships are relationships that you have with other people. I believe as human beings, we all need human contact with other people. We develop when we have relationships with other people, and I feel like if a child has not have contact with other people for years, they lose certain development skills that they are not, when they are unable to interact with other people, whereas a child that has been socially active from young will be able to mingle with anyone and everyone. And with interpersonal relationships, peers, elderly, and strangers play a role. We all make friends, we all have elders that have guided us and give us wisdom, and strangers, we realize the dangers that there are to strangers, but also know that there's so much benefits from meeting new people. Skills for maintaining a relationship. I feel like the main skill to always have to maintain a relationship is to treat others the way you want to be treated. You can never want to treat someone badly and then expect them to treat you the best way. I believe also the skills to maintain a relationship, this comes where your values from home should play a role, your respect and your manners and all of that. Then there's skills for ending a relationship. One thing that you should always teach a child is to never run to social media to um, express their feelings and their emotions. This is where they need to understand the importance of communication, to communicate with someone to why you feel like they should not be part of your life or why you don't want to be in a relationship with them. I believe that relationships are important, but sometimes some relationships needs to be cut off. They Not all relationships are good for you. There are people that doesn't always have your true intentions at hand, and if needed be, a child needs to know how to end a relationship, and that's the key with communication comes in, as well as kindness. You don't have to be rude to cut someone off from your life. You need to be able to communicate your feelings and they should be able to understand. If not, you should be able to walk away. And you don't need to be rude when you're not in a relationship with someone. When you see them, you must teach children to be cordial with each other, even though they are not friends anymore or they cut each other out of their lives. Relationships are always important. We all need something from someone somewhere, and I feel that's where respect comes in. You should always respect someone else so that you can get respect in return.